They say it takes a village to raise a child. Only my village is here. And a few years ago, my husband got a job in Columbus, Ohio. And so I became a Buckeye, and for the first time ever, a stay-at-home mom to 3 little kids. Those early days were hard. I cannot tell you how fun it is to bring 2 preschoolers to a pap smear. Hanging from stirrups, praying no one looks up, wondering what they're going to tell their therapist someday. If adults really want to inspire abstinence, they should forget the brochures and baby dolls and make teenagers take twin toddlers back to school shopping at Target. In the minute it took me to tend to the screaming one with poop squirting up his back, the other one ate an entire glitter glue stick. At least when she pooped in public that week, it sparkled. Shopping with children is constant triage. You treat the worst case, you can still save. So I grabbed the one still spewing liquid poo like some sort of demon chocolate fountain, and I bolted to the restroom. I turned around to make sure my daughter was keeping up, and there she was in the main aisle of Target, buck naked and dancing the Hoochie Coochie. Truly, this type of scenario repeated itself in various forms for a few years, and possibly earlier today. Amid the tough is the wonderful, the cuddles, seeing the world through new eyes, the things they say. On Martin Luther King Day, I explained to my daughter how we shouldn't judge people by what their skin looks like. She said, "Like you, Mama? Like your skin has all those cracks around their eyes?" And women over 40, you know how in a mammogram they stick metal bullets on your nipples to act as a marker for the x-ray? Well, I forgot to peel mine off. My preschool son walked in, looked at me, and said, "Laser boobs!" I said, "What?" He said, "You have laser boobs!" I said, oh no, wait a second. You think Mommy grew lasers on her breasts? He said, "Well, sure. I heard you tell Jack his body would be changing soon." My oldest. Yes, the one knocking on puberty's hairy, smelly door. I have been trying to address the birds and bees with him, but he does not want to hear it from me. So the best idea I've ever had is that if he tells me he's bored, I get to tell him a fact of life. A few days later, he's like, "Mom, I am bored." And I'm like, "Well, honey, P is for penis and E is for erection." Truly, he has never been bored since. I once heard the good advice to raise the child you have and not the child you wish you had. I have children whose interests and talents are different than mine. My oldest is a science whiz, which means I get to spend summers looking for lost rockets and children of the cornfields, wanting to tell Isaac Newton where he can shove his laws of motion. My daughter does not respond to yelling, which is actually kind of awesome because it forces me to find a better way. My youngest son, he doesn't care what people think, and truthfully, I hope to become more like him someday. We put so much pressure on ourselves to project this image that we have it all together, our houses are spotless, and our kids are gifted or all-stars, and not at all awkward or sticky, and they definitely don't go around town licking things. And we feel all so supported, don't we? But the truth is, I don't always feel supported, and I don't have it all together, and sometimes, between aging and motherhood, I can feel downright invisible. Invisible, but not alone, because we are more alike than different, and maybe some of us would be willing to take off these masks we wear and free ourselves from the comparison trap. Love our kids as they are. Maybe even love ourselves as we are. I am not a CEO. I have none of the kind of power ambitious men and women strive for. I'm owner of little and manager of not so much. but I am a daughter and I am a mother. I am a bridge between generations, a champion for all that's possible. For one magic miracle moment in time, I'm a part of that best kind of magic of all. Artist Brian Andreas wrote, "Someday the light will shine like a sun through my skin, and they will look at me and say, 'What have you done with your life?' And though there are many moments I like to think I'll remember, in the end, I'll be proudest to say, I was one of us." And for those days I feel less than, the days we all feel less than, we should just remember that children believe we're amazing, capable of anything, even shooting lasers from our boobs.